the Bonham Pump House, built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in 1936. The structure itself, designed by the National Park Service architects. Civilian Conservation Corps crews would come out here to the site, look at the plans. They had a civilian architect who would make sure that it was being built appropriately according to the plans.
This pump house here was built by the CCC to feed water to all the structures downhill from it. The well here pumped up water into this engine that was pumped into a storage tank. That storage tank then fed water down to multiple water fountains and to the bathhouse building and restrooms for the folks that came out to enjoy spending a time at Bonham Lake.
But in the 1950s, they switched to Bonham City water supply, and the structure became redundant and was decommissioned, and really it's just sat there and deteriorated ever since. The three trades that we're doing this weekend, number one is some preservation carpentry. Led by Joseph Janota, his folks are building wooden louvers.
These are just louvers. They were meant to be outside, so it's not going to be as complicated as your normal windows.
We're doing some masonry work led by Rick Wood.
Before we leave here, we'll pull that out, put more in there.
That's right. Yeah. You want this?
We're going to chip off that wood because the saw's going to bind on you a little bit, okay? All right, you guys ready? Got a hold on it for them?
Finally, we have Ron Siebler leading the wood hewing section. This building has wood lintels. These are big, thick wooden beams, and they were hewn with adzes and broad axes. We've got the historic tools, and we're learning how to hew wood beams, and we're going to install those as well as part of it. This workshop was wonderful because it presented an opportunity to combine and allow our attendees to learn three different trades. We're learning, but we're restoring. So that's what makes these kind of workshops really special. Parks, has beautiful sites all over the state. People love to come out here in nature and be outside, but they also have a lot of historic buildings that need restoration as well. And so there's a good opportunity there to partner with parks, and we can bring in the skilled side of things, and parks can provide the buildings and some of the funding for the materials. And so everyone wins, right? We have trades education opportunities, and parks gets their buildings restored.
This is going to be an interpretive feature. We're going to want to showcase the best of the best here. So we're looking to have it as close as possible to what it was when it was completed by the CCC.
Guys, doing great.
These are the original lintels of the building. They've held up remarkably well for almost 100 years, but as you can see, time and lack of maintenance does take its toll. We have over about 60% integrity. We're going to probably retain as much of the wood as can and repair it. But if we're past that 60% mark as far as integrity goes, it's probably going to be best to replace.
We used a lot of the salvage to inform our restoration.
Line this end up best you can.
So we took the salvage pieces, we're able to understand the dimensions of the new pieces we had to make and how they were inserted into the building.
That's more the original angle.
This is not going to be used as a pump house anymore. It is just to restore the structure of the building. So people will be able to come and view it on the trail and experience a little bit about CCC history. We are going to have louvers going across. Obviously, at one point this was boarded up with plywood, but we believe the sill and the window frame is original. We had no louvers, but you can tell because there are nail holes where the old boards used to be, and you can see paint stripes where they painted around the old louvers. So you can kind of see where there were louvers going up and around. You're going to bonk it. And stop, and then go to your right, your other right, and then now come back right towards you. Just follow that line. There you go. And that's it. Go ahead and turn it off. Blow it up. There you go. All right, nice job. That's all right. That's it. You're learning. I've been very, very interested in historical preservation, and Dylan asked me to come and give a little class, and I thought it was a great way to share my knowledge and my experience and preserve our history.
We are at Bonham State Park this weekend in this beautiful fall day. Preservation Texas and the Parks Department got together and decided this would make a good hands-on training experience. And sure enough, we've had a number of people from a variety of backgrounds, anthropologists, historians, museum people, come out for the last 2 days to become familiar and acquainted with these different trades and to have the opportunity to work with their hands in restoring this structure. Our primary goal for the woodworking was to create 3 lintels to replace the existing ones that had completely deteriorated. And we did so by removing the old ones, taking measurements of the opening and fabricating new ones to go back in, including texturing and facing the front of them with an as was originally called for in the plans from the 30s. We took measurements of the original openings.
Let's make that 72 1/4.
Transferred those measurements to the new timber that we were going to cut. And then using hand tools, we cut the ends using a 2-person saw. And using an as and a broad axe, we do work to shape and texture the face of it.
Brad, you got your name on there? What? Did you get your name on there?
Yeah.
About 25 years ago, I redid a ceiling in a sanctuary in Dallas. And as I got to the north end of the sanctuary, the last foot, there were the names and date of the 2 carpenters that had put the ceiling in before me, you know, leaving their mark, leaving their message for me. It was 1952, the year I was born. That was somewhat ironic.
All right, is that everybody?
Thank you. This is a tradition. WD.
Here he is. I'll never be able to date it now.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Just a little on my side. All right, now we're clear.
That looks good, guys. That's a great job. Yes.
right.
Yes.
The masons will come behind us now and mortar around the lintel. And then the carpenters have been working this weekend to make new louvers for the openings, and they will be installing their new louvers underneath the new lintels. It's physically challenging, and surprisingly, it's mentally challenging. You've got to get your angles and your cuts precise the first time, or you're going to spend a whole lot of labor repeating that work.
The craft that I'm teaching here this weekend is repair of stone masonry. I've been a practicing mason since I was 17, about 60 years. What I love about stone is that it is of the earth. You can take a random piece of stone laying in a field, put some of them together, and build yourself a house, a shed, something that benefits you. The building was built by the Conservation Corps. I love being a part of that. I love this building. What I love about it is the size of the stone near the base and how the building tapers in as it gets toward the top and the stone gets smaller and smaller. It's just kind of a perfect way to do it. The people who were in charge of building it were using people who might have been unskilled in what they were doing. Our work needs to be invisible. We don't, in a sense, update it. We leave it as it is. We do our work, it kind of disappears, and then we go to another place. I love that. Yeah.
How much further? Once I got behind it, it popped right out.
Okay.
So do you want the rest of the mortar out, or do you...
Let's reset the
Okay.
stone, and then we'll see how much room you have. Here you go. Step back and take a look at it. Check this corner, like we did.
Yeah, it's in line with the other one now.
Okay. The most important element that we see is that it's stable. It's completely stable.
Yeah.
So you've done enough. So we'll just leave it there.
The participants out here are just as hungry as they can be for that knowledge.
And when you slide it in there, hold it for a minute.
They're going to take that knowledge back to their sites and to their museums and to their camps and continue that preservation work at their locations. It's wonderful for me to have the opportunity to show younger people how to do it and watch them succeed.
We may be good.
With restoration work, much of it is very labor intensive. And so it takes a little longer and it takes a little more effort, but the results are more than worth it.
This is the first time I've participated in a hands-on workshop of this kind. So it's been a great opportunity to, work with hand tools and build confidence in some of these skills. Keep getting caught, is that normal?
It is, but it means your angle's still high.
Okay.
Go ahead and bring your hands down some more.
Down?
Yeah.
Okay. You be able to collaborate with organizations like Preservation Texas and to see the members of the public who are interested in this kind of work. It's really inspiring to know that it's a community of interest, not just Texas Parks and Wildlife who is doing this work, but it's really a broader community effort.
That's the sound of American progress.
Yeah.
I love to learn everything. As we're learning, we're actually able to repair the building and do that. So the skills that we are learning and being taught, we're being able to repair at the same time, which is huge. I love that how we went from stonework to carpentry to log stripping. It's just absolutely phenomenal and an amazing experience. And I hope that everybody would be able to get a chance to do this someday.
We did find some artifacts. We found a whole lot of bottle glass. We've got some Coke bottle glass, and we've got some alcohol bottles, which is not a surprise that people were sneaking up here and having a drink or two. They were just under the ground surface, and so with all these people tramping around, some of the artifacts are coming to the surface now. Some of the fragments of glass have some writing on them, so we can take that back to the lab and have a closer look and maybe even get some dates on things. Early to mid 20th century is what I'm thinking. If an object is 45 years of age or older, it counts as an artifact, and so we have to take care of those items a little bit more carefully. My job is mostly to deal with stuff under the ground, and we have, the preservation people get to do the stuff above the ground. So this has been an interesting look at preservation techniques. I've gotten to try my hand at hewing logs. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot.
I enjoyed the people. Everybody seemed to be really open to working and really had a sense of purpose. And there are a lot of really smart, really talented people. And someday when I grow up, I hope I can do this sort of thing full time. My grandfather worked on the CCC right before World War II, and this was kind of a special thing to work on a CCC project.
I came here to learn these skills. Learn how to do masonry work, learn how to hew in the wood, learn how to use the tools that I work around every day. I've never worked on a wall with rocks, and I need to learn how to repair it.
This workshop was a brainchild of me and Connor Herderich of Preservation Texas. It took a long time to get it off the ground, but we are just so excited that we have an opportunity to involve both members of the public and TPWD staff together to restore a historic structure on site and teach trades that can be taken back to our park staff's individual parks for them to work on their structures there, and for members of the public to use on advocacy efforts and their own preservation work outside and out in Texas. So it's just a great opportunity that we have all these folks here doing such fantastic work, and I'm very proud of them and the effort they're showing here.
Yeah.